Thousand Names and Thousand Stories, 156th name, Amoghaya Namaha. In his early days, Ramanuja had a guru named Yadava Prakashar who lived in Tiruputkuri near Kanchipuram. However, Yadava Prakashar occasionally misinterpreted the Vedas. Unable to tolerate these misinterpretations, Ramanuja would respectfully point them out. This did not go well with his guru, who would not accept that his disciple might have a deeper knowledge than him. Frustrated, Yadava Prakashar told Ramanuja, "You need not come to learn the Vedas from me any longer. You may find another guru who aligns with your understanding." With a heavy heart, Ramanuja left for Sri Perambuttur instead of returning to his native Kanjipuram. He was lying on a raised platform at the entrance of a traditional South Indian home, weeping bitterly. In his sorrow, he thought to himself, "Though my guru was learned, I was dismissed for pointing out his misinterpretations of the Vedas. He saw it as an insult and drove me away. But how can one cross the ocean of birth and death without a guru? Where will I go in search of another guru?" At that moment, a passer-by walked by, reciting a shloka. Gada punah shankaratanka kalpaka dvaja angusha vajra lanchanam trivikrama tvat charana aravinda yugalam Matiya Murtanam Alankarishyati. The meaning of this shloka is, "O Lord, who measured the universe with your feet, your divine feet captivate all who see them, offering a cooling solace to the heart and mind with a fragrance as sweet as a lotus. Imprinted on your feet are the sacred symbols, the mace, conch, discus, the kalpa vriksha, creeper, lotus, and gourd. Such as you placed your feet upon all creatures while measuring the world, when will you bless me by adorning my head with your holy feet?" Hearing this, Ramanuja was filled with hope and thought, in the Krita Yuga, when Lord Trivikrama measured the world, his divine feet touched every living being. Perhaps in that lifetime I was a blade of grass, an insect, or an ant, and the Lord's feet must have touched me too. The effects of that touch are surely present in this birth as well. I will surely find a new guru soon. Ramanuja quickly ran to the pedestrian reciting the shloka and asked, "Who composed this beautiful verse?" The pedestrian replied, "This shloka is from a book called Stotra Ratnam, written by Alavandar, also known as Yamunacharya, who lives in Srirangam." Ramanuja exclaimed, "I am eager to meet him." The pedestrian smiled and said, "In fact, Alavandar wishes to meet you as well, and that's why I have been sent here to bring you to him." Overjoyed, Ramanuja accompanied the pedestrian to Srirangam to meet his new guru Alavandar. Thus we see the Lord's every action has a purpose. Nothing happens without divine intent. And this is why he is known as Amogha, the one whose deeds are never in vain. By chanting Amoghaya Namaha, let us invoke his blessings so that our actions bear fruit and do not go to waste.